when you think that you're gonna get away, I will be there to make sure that you're gonna say just what I want to hear. Yeah, I want it now.
Nina and I are vacationing in Sicily, and today I thought I'd visit my good friend Salvatore, who, like a good Sicilian boy, he's taken over the family business. For generations, they've been producing sea salt. So this is the last stage of the sea salt making process.
Ciao Massimo.
Buongiorno, ciao. So here we have salt baths, salt pools. Seawater comes in, the sun and the wind help evaporate the water and turns into crystallized salt.
Exactly. We have here Giorgio are working for preparing the harvesting. Ciao Giorgio.
Buongiorno.
No.
Actually, can we take a look? Yeah, it's, you can feel these salt. They're like little rocks under your feet.
Exactly. Here is just broken, huh?
Can I-
you see him? You can, yeah, sure.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is organic sea salt. Can I try it?
Sure.
Oh yeah, it's salty. Strong.
Sea salt.
Organic
sea
sea.
salt, yeah,
Of
yeah,
course, right from the sea. Tastes like the sea. Grazie, Giorgio.
Ciao Giorgio. Massimo sta raccogliendo del fior di sale.
This is the fior di sale.
Sì.
This is that expensive stuff. So just on the surface,
diverso, vedi?
he skims the surface of the water.
Esatto. Vedi, questo è il fior di sale, raccolto dalla superficie dell'acqua.
Oh wow, it's more delicate and smoother almost than the other sea salt that you harvest in this pool. Ciao Massimo.
Ciao.
Buon lavoro.
Grazie.
So the family tradition continues. Buongiorno. So this is the family. Ciao Davide. Buongiorno David. And you guys are mixing herbs with sea salt.
Aromatici.
So this is how you guys make your aromatic salts. And so you have some garlic, some basil. Fai il pesto.
Sto pestando l'aglio e il basilico.
This is for the
Il sale.
pasta.
No,
What they do is they just get their sea salt, put it in a pestle and mortar with garlic and basil, and it becomes nice and flavorful.
Sono 12 tipi di sali miscelati con erbe diverse, tutte erbe fresche di Sicilia.
So you have 12 different aromatic types of salt. So here you have capers. You can really smell the vinegary scent of the capers. You have two types.
Questo è limone.
Lemon. You actually, now you can taste that hint of lemon and actually makes the salt a nice light color. You're a genius, Salvatore. This is brilliant. This is like amazing. Okay, so orange.
These two kind of salt we use for fish, like tuna. We have fish, yeah, so you can taste this.
You got raw fish up there.
Yeah.
You know what, Salvatore? Maybe I will go up and take a look what kind of fish you have and maybe use some of your sea salt. The lemon and orange. Grazie. I'll see you guys in a bit. Ciao. Ciao, Davide. Well, after seeing all the different types of sea salt, I thought I'd make my own, just like Salvatore's grandfather and father used to make. And there's not much to it. You gotta start off with organic sea salt. So, the ones that really impressed me were the lemon and orange scented. And Salvatore said it's a snap to do. You just need organic lemons and a cheese grater, peel the rind or grate the rind, and then we put in the organic sea salt. You mix it up a bit, and salt has a thing. It absorbs flavors and colors. So give it about a day, and you'll find that your salt has this fantastic fragrance. And I'll even pick up the color of the lemon or orange. And after letting it sit for a day, you'll have the perfect flavored lemon sea salt. So let's see what kind of tuna we have in store here. When tuna looks this good, you can't cook it. This snack is sashimi alla siciliana. Just go to your fishmonger and ask for a sushi-grade tuna. Sushi-grade tuna often has a beautiful kind of ruby jewel-like color. If you get that, you can't go wrong. Cut it up into nice thin slices. And if your guests get all freaked out about having raw tuna, don't worry, you can serve up tuna tartare, very simple. Just mince up the tuna, a little bit of salt, pepper, olive oil, and squeeze some lemon juice, and that will effectively cook up the tuna. And of course, a little bit of lemon salt. Because I enjoyed the orange so much, I'll try the orange as well. And you can really smell the citrus in this sea salt. Some really good extra virgin olive oil, an Italian version of soya sauce. Sashimi alla siciliana.
Insegnali da Baldo, penso domani.
What, did I hear Baldo?
Baldo, yeah.
From Shaka?
Yeah.
How is that guy?
Wow, thank you.
I haven't seen that guy in a long time. Sashimi, eat up, let me know what you think.
Buono.
Buono?
Wow.
So how is Baldo?
Baldo? Now we have a delivery to Baldo. We need to deliver to him maybe tomorrow.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well listen, if I can help out, no problem. Is he still doing the anchovies and the sardines?
Yeah.
It'd be fun to see him again. Let me bring him the salt.
Maybe you can deliver it tomorrow.
No, I'll do it this afternoon. I got nothing to do. I'm on holidays. Just put me on the payroll. You can pay me in salt. Come stai?
Ma con tutto tauca!
Ecco il sale.
Non so venendo, meno male che arrivasse.
Cosa fa?
Sono uscito l'angiove, stiamo scapuzzando.
Anchovies. Sono your anchovies.
Stiamo scapuzzando l'angiove.
sì.
La testa levamo le orecchie.
Davvero?
Ora ti faccio vedere come facciamo.
Stiamo levando le teste, vedi?
Vedi
Queste
come
qua sono le
facciamo?
orecchie.
So this is the process of making anchovy fillets. Baldo's family has been doing it for 2 generations. They make some of the best anchovies
Stiamo
around.
scapuzzando l'angiove, dai come si fa. Si leva la testa.
Vedi?
Guarda, vedi? Guarda.
So what, you just put all this great salt Salvatore sends over, you mette il sale,
Vedi, ce l'ho tutto
Metti il
orecchie, vedi?
sale, togliamo la testa
just
e
rip the
l'orecchia.
head off and the guts. You know, the Sicilian way. That's it. Okay.
Bravo.
Vediamo ma che fa? Così la devi
Ah,
prendere.
così, vedi?
Okay, so you just rip it off, così.
Vabbè, va bene, è buono, me ne arrotiamo.
E basta.
Dalla salamoia, guarda!
Più piano.
Guarda! Oh!
E questo cos'è? What's this?
Salamoia, acqua e sale. Dello
This is a
pesce.
water and salt solution. It helps to remove the guts and
Tutto
blood and all
pesce
that.
nostro, tutto
And
pesce di
it's clean.
sciacca, questo, tutto pesce di sciacca.
So what's this process now?
Oh!
You got some salt on the bottom and you just layer all the anchovies right in. So in 90 days they're ready to go. In 90 giorni sono pronti.
90 giorni e poi sono pronti a mangiarli. Guarda. Poi mettiamo il coperchio di legno quando è piena, vedi?
Then they just press it down to make everything nice and compact. Dopo
Dopo 90 giorni diventa così.
So in 90 days it actually becomes like this. Quindi this is the anchovy sott'olio. Questo
Poi
no.
questa diventa sott'olio, vedi che bella. Tieni,
So there's
mangiala.
2 ways of making anchovies in salt, cured in salt, and it comes like this. To make the anchovies in olive oil, they actually remove the skin. Si toglie questa
Sì, un po'
pella.
di pellicina bianca.
They remove the pella.
Qua
of the
sono che
skin.
già pronti,
E poi
vedi?
diventano così, vedi? Belli.
And in olive oil, a few days later.
In olio extravergine di oliva.
So basically,
Questi sono buoni da
this
mangiare.
becomes this.
Come ti pare questa ciuglia?
Lavalo.
Fammi esagerare mia, dai.
When are we eating?
Calma, che stiamo minuti, dai.
Eh.
Ci sono i nostri nonni che se ne
I love coming
preparano.
to visit these guys.
Ma
They got such
vogliono.
hospitality. This is a Sicilian classic. It's sarde sulle brace. There's a technique to grilling sardines. When you skewer the sardine, you got to make sure that you pierce them and the spine remains on the bottom, so when they get flipped over, they don't fall apart. The idea is to get all the meat and go just right under the meat till you hit the spine, and the spine remains right at the bottom. It's a lot harder than it looks. You guys got a few years on me with experience. So.
Ah, sì, non si dai. A uno. Due soli mettiamoci ne sopra, due soli.
Okay. Ciao Giulia.
Non ci potevo fare più. Non ce n'è più
Now,
fuoco.
sardines take no time at all to cook. A few minutes on each side. There's very little difference in appearance from the sardine and the anchovy. The sardine is a little thicker, more meaty. The anchovy is more of a delicate meat. It's a little sweeter than the sardine. And the thing is, you can actually put the sardine whole on the grill. You don't have to rip off the head and the guts and clean it. You just put it whole. The anchovy, though, you definitely have to clean them if you're going to put it on the grill. He said, you know when they're ready by looking at it. They're bent and they look ready. Say,
Non cascano più. Non cascano più, finito.
see, now the tip of putting the spine at the bottom is really important now, because when you flip them over, you just straighten them out, and you can see the spine keeping the whole sardine intact.
Luisa, lo guardi di sotto tu.
So it's really important. You turn them over once only, that's it.
Girando come girare più.
Vuoi provare uno? No. And to eat them, you just peel it off.
Pronto, dai, mangiamo, tutto pronto, dai, amici. È tutto pronto qua.
Sicilian snack. Senza complimenti, eh?
Grazie. Pane con l'olio.
How about your offer before? Coming to visit you at Shaka.
Ok.
Buono. Quanto?
I'm gonna come and work for you. I'm gonna make anchovies.
Ti voglio tu, no?
Exactly. Buone, Hey, vai Giulia. Vuoi un po' di cipolle? Vuoi uno? Prendi. To friends in Sicily. So what are we doing next?
Andiamo a fare il pesce.
Ah, it's Martin.
Andiamo a fare un po' di gas.
You know what? Salvatore said the Martin's pretty cool. I'll really enjoy it.
Vedi, questo è il porto di Sciacca, che bella.
I love Shaka's port. It's
Io ho
beautiful.
passato la mia più bella infanzia.
That's where you grew up, eh?
Ah,
You're
a
in Portugal.
proposito, non scordiamoci il pesce per stasera.
No, I can't wait to have dinner with your family tonight.
Oh, la barca, ci andiamo a prendere il pesce.
The fish market here at Shaka is unbelievable. Every day people come to the port and just wait for the boats to come in. It's like the stock exchange, demand and supply at its finest. Ah, bello! C'è il polpo? I pulpo, che sono calamari? 12, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16, 25, 15, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 21, 22, liberato. Ok, va bene. Ciao a tutti! Ciao! Ecco perché ho le mani sporche, preparare una ricetta, prepare recipe. Ciao! Man, coming back from a fish market like that really gets me going. So for tonight's dinner, I thought I'd make something that I'm sure Baldo's family will absolutely love. This next recipe is polpette di acciughe. Polpette di acciughe is anchovy balls. And the main thing you have to do is use your hands. Get over it, it's raw fish, it's not gonna kill you. Your hands might smell, it's okay though. These are raw anchovies that have been cleaned. The heads have been ripped off, the guts are all out, they've been rinsed, and they're ready to go. Now I'm just chopping them up to little pieces. Interesting thing about anchovy balls, they actually taste kind of like meatballs. When it gets cooked up, they become nice and meaty and really tasty. And put them back in. Gotta use your hands. Just break them up. For the anchovy balls, a little bit of breadcrumbs, an egg, some salt, and some garlic. I'm going to finally chop up the garlic. This way, it can be easily mixed in the impasto or the mixture. Next, some fresh cut parsley. I'm going to finally dice my parsley. Looks like enough. Right in. And lastly, a bit of Parmigiano. Parmigiano works really well, helps bind everything together. Lastly, some white wine. And now the most important part, using your hands. Gotta really get in there. And for this recipe, it's all about the texture. You don't want it too wet. If it gets too dry, just add a little more wine. Now you can use this recipe for any type of fish. Sardines, cod, salmon, even crab. Perfect. That's what you want. A nice thick consistency. So now I'm going to heat up some olive oil so I can fry up my anchovy balls. Extra virgin olive oil. And now little balls. Good tip is to have a bowl of water right by your side, so if the mixture starts sticking to your hands, you can just wet your hands a bit. Make sure that they're nice and compact. This way they won't fall apart when frying. And they look kind of like meatballs. You just need to fry for a couple of minutes. Interesting thing about using raw anchovies is that they're not salty like the anchovy fillets you find under oil. In fact, it gives the anchovy balls a nice meaty texture. My anchovy balls are done. See, they kind of look like meatballs. I'm just going to put it on an absorbent paper towel to absorb some of the olive oil. Now, I've just prepared a simple tomato sauce. I'm just going to plop them right in. You know, your friends that don't like anchovies, try making these. I bet they won't know the difference. I always like to save one, just to try.
Eccomi qua!
Che profumo!
Come bella tua sta gente, mi cercare che non ne vada, ma voglio fare la serenata a tutte quante, canzone che soltanto la può fare, oggi ho portato due belle strade, e mi figli cantavo, sarà buono, e se parla d'amore, portiamo solo un lato e non c'è sta.
Ho fatto io. You have to try my polpette. And in true Sicilian fashion, the food just keeps coming.
Se canta, se fa più bello mondo. Il problema per pochi ci scordare.
This is one of my favorite ways of making octopus. You boil it for about an hour until it becomes fork tender. Bring it to the table in front of everyone. You just cut up into little pieces and you just dress it with a great light dressing.
Volammo insieme a sta canzone, ecco pensiero, tornammo tutta a casa. Noi siamo nati tutti in paradiso.
Nice and soft, tender. So my dressing, a little bit of olive oil. And lemon juice. For the salad, a little bit of salt. Fresh cracked pepper. Lastly, a little bit of freshly chopped parsley. A little more olive oil. Che pensi?
Ci metto cuore ma cantate insieme a me.